Hi everyone, it's Deborah back again with another video, and today I'm doing something that's been inspired by another YouTuber. It's Southern Gal Designs, and I shall put the information linking to the channel below in the description. And in particular, I saw this beautiful work that she's done in a journal, and she's used blue. Now, if you've watched me for a while, you know that I'm a green girl, not a blue girl. But these colours that she used were just so beautiful that I thought I'd try and give it a go and see if I can make something in blue. I've started with some Colour Burst. So this is Colour Burst watercolour, and it's a powder in ultramarine blue and violet. They're the only sort of blue colours that I've got. And then I looked into my art supplies and I found these Winsor & Newton inks. This is one in a colour which is just called blue. It's not quite as rich as that when it comes out though. And this here is violet. And that's the colour of the violet. See if we can get a good shot of that on the camera. You can just see it there. Yep, so it's a real pretty purpley violet colour. Hard to catch in the light, but anyway. I've also got some other watercolours which I could use, and they're tube watercolours, and I've pulled out a few things to work on. First of all, I've pulled out some ribbon which has got some blue. It's also got some red on it, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. And then a couple of scraps from my quilting leftovers, and you can see I don't do a lot in blue, so I found those. I've got some plain white or cream fabric, which is just the stuff I use when I'm making pillow inserts. I also have a couple of tags, watercolour paper, a claim check which has got number on it, and this is actually a canvas paper which I found. I've got only a couple of sheets left now, but I've had this for a long time. I thought that might be a really nice texture. Let's see what I can make with all this. I've just cut off a piece of that canvas, and I'm using some of this watercolour ink and a brush, and I'm just going to roll and see what happens. You get that lovely texture. Look at that from the canvas. I'm just using my finger as a stopper, and I'm splattering that. And now I might hit that with some water. See what happens. You get that lovely, beautiful blue coming through. So I'm going to set that aside to dry and see what else I can do. I actually wanted to see if I can dye some paper and fabric using this. Not sure if I can, but let's see. Create a puddle for myself. That's very, very bright. It's probably a bit brighter than what I wanted it. I'm going to stick the fabric in here as well and see what we get. I've not torn this up yet. I thought I'd use it as a whole and see what happens before I start tearing into it. Okay, so that's the Colour Burst, and the Winsor & Newton ink seems to be around about that same colour. But I really thought that I could get something darker, which is disappointing if I can't. This is just watercolour paint that I'm putting in here, and I've added some water to it to try and get that darkness and richness that I'm looking for. It's a similar colour as well. It's actually, what do I use? It's actually phthalo blue. So I'll just add some more on there. It's not a colour I use very much in my watercolour because it stains because it's so strong. So it's probably good to use it on something else. This is a Tim Holtz splatter brush, so you can just use it to, it's got these thick plasticky bristles on it, and if you dip it in something that's liquid, and you can use it to create these lovely splatters. I've stained that bit of ribbon as well with some ink so that it's got some darkness to it. In terms of a substrate, I found a hardback novel that I have that's got a blue cover. So I've taken the front cover off and I thought I could use that. I've dried off the pieces that I just made. Just throw them out there and see what we can get to happen. I don't know if I'm going to use that because it's just a bit too white and a bit too bright, but I'll keep it for another project. I do quite like it. Put a few more things down and see what can happen. I've also got my ribbon. I just feel like it needs something underneath it to give it a bit of a, I don't know, to give it some more weight. It looks like it's sitting too flat on the page at the moment. I have a piece of muslin that I used to soak up a spillage, so I might use some of that. It is quite dark. I know it's brown, but I think it's just too much blue, and in fact that piece there is probably causing me a bit of grief at the moment, and this piece here I think. I think we're finally getting somewhere. I'm kind of liking that composition now. So I might stick that down and then I'm going to put some more stuff on top. So I've added a few other things to it. I've pulled out a couple of baseboard dolls because I wanted to put these on here. I have also pulled out some metals. This is a Tim Holtz metal quote, "Dream as if you'll live forever." And this is a vintage clock face. It's actually a real one from an old pocket watch that I have, and I thought it blended in there quite well. And I just have to work out where the woman is going to go. I don't want her to be too tall above the girls. Maybe I could swap the girls, put the woman there. No, that doesn't really work for me. The girls look good there, so the lady might just have to go with her feet on that. And then the clock I was going to put there. I'm not sure if the woman's going to work now unless I move her onto this side, which would just, no, that's going to do my head in if I do that. I need to have things in a certain spot. And then I'm going to put the "Dream as if you'll live forever" across here. And then the clock is going to go down on there. So I'm just going to glue that down so that it remains raised because it's got little feet on it where it would insert into the actual watch mechanism. And this is some cord from Stamperia. So I'm just going to use some brown cord to secure this item here. I hope you've enjoyed my Inspired By series today, or one of the videos in that series. I'm looking for other people and other magazines that inspire me, and I'll be doing some more of these because I think it's really good to get yourself out of your comfort zone. And amazing what you can create when you do so, and I think that's a pretty good result. I'm pretty happy with that. So this is Deborah. Until next time, thanks for joining me. Cheers.